excited to bring our speakers on tonight. James, do you need anything to say before I bring them on?
No, I'm just excited about it. I'm excited to hear from the ladies. They're crushing it. And yeah, let's bring them up.
Awesome. Let's bring on Shaq. Shaq, you there?
Yes, sir. I am here.
How are you doing?
Good, good. I'm good. I'm grateful to be on this call.
I love talking to you. So if you can kind of let everyone know a little bit your background. I know that you are part-time and you were the #1 lady in Allegiance last month working part-time. And not only that, you're hiring people and you have agents that are coming in and selling. And I know that you were a big proponent of the CRM. You understand how to use it. You actually did a CRM training for us on a Friday. And I know that you're buying leads, you said exclusively from the Agent CRM Center and making it happen and teaching your people how to do it. So if you can come on and introduce yourself to everyone, let everyone know what you're doing, where you came from. I appreciate it.
For sure, for sure. So what's up, everybody? Glad to be on this call. So just a little bit of backstory about myself. So I've only been in insurance technically, 2 years, but I really just started doing it like a year ago. So I've been with FFL for about a year, I believe so. But prior to, my doing insurance, I was a parole officer. I've worked at a prison, case manager. So I was snatching up babies. So you name it, I've pretty much done it. So I definitely think that, my background and my career has definitely, helped me in telesales. Currently, I do work from home. I'm a Scrum Master, so I am in a unique position where, I can work from home and be able to dial. So I'm pretty blessed to be in a situation to do that. But in regard to the system that I have set up, so, like Mike was saying, I do buy leads consistently. I think that I'm getting like 50 leads a week. I'm on the 50 leads subscription a week. So, really just being able to utilize my time that I have. I mean, you have to be very, very consistent with doing this, and you have to be able to be organized as well. So if you don't have that organization and that consistency, it's not going to be pretty good, in regards to doing this. I think that's pretty big. I know for me, for myself personally, being able to be organized and consistent, especially with my schedule that I have. I work 9 to 5, so it's crucial to be able to dial when I can and things of that nature. But what else did you say, Mike? You said something about my team, right?
Yeah, and you've been hiring lately too. So how's that been going?
Yeah, I definitely been hiring. So I do want to give a little shout out to my team. So I don't know if anyone knows, but my team, so everybody on my team, we all work 9 to 5 jobs. So, really I'm putting we're all in a situation where, myself, I'm really trying to be a leader for my team because, what you do is a reflection of, what your team is going to do. So I'm really trying to, be that leader and lead by example, being able to put numbers up on the board and, I show them the way what we can do. And, we have certain type of expectations as well. So I definitely do that. And I also provide my team with leads as well, just being able to, assist them with being able to dial my leads and, everybody wins, right? So obviously if I win, my team wins as well. So really just being able to assist my team with doing that. But as far as like the recruiting side, I don't know, like, you kind of like attract people and stuff as you move up, within the agency and things like that. So I don't know. I just started recruiting. So it's still kind of new to me in regards to recruiting, but I'm just excited. I'm just thankful to be able to give people the opportunity that, that I have and really just trying to put an army of people really.
Shaqeia, what's been your experience with the CRM? You've had it for a while now, and you've seen the changes. I know in the beginning it was rough, obviously, for all of us, but we made quite a few changes. What's been your experience? I see you post funny things like my CRM is CRMing, like on
Yeah, it is. It's always, it's lit. It's lit. I love the CRM, and especially for people that do have jobs, right? It's definitely helpful for you. You're able just to literally buy the leads, just fill up your pipeline with leads, and then literally just let the CRM do its thing. So it's definitely been able to help me in regards to, being able to, have clients just book directly through the CRM. I do have a person that dials my leads now. So, implementing that, having a dialer and then, also utilizing that CRM as well. But it's super helpful. It's definitely helped me in regards to the amount of leads that are coming in and the amount of appointments that I have as well.
When we had you on training on a Friday, you made it like real simple. I think everyone was expecting this real long explanation, and you got on and you were just like, just use it and just go to work. I mean, that was like,
just buy the leads, just dump the leads in there, and buy the leads, just dump them in, and that's it. Just let it do its thing.
yeah, you've never, Jamie, she didn't have a whole lot to say on Friday training. She was just like, it's not that complicated. So,
No, it's not.
Jamie, Dom, either one of you have any questions for Shaqeia?
Yeah, I have a few questions. So, Shaqeia, let's just say that someone is, they're just kind of getting started because you didn't just jump right into IUL, right? You were doing simplified issue, getting some cash flow, getting some momentum, figuring out your system, figuring out how to do applications and process it and get paid and all the things. What kind of transitioned you to going into this IUL arena?
Yeah. So yeah, like you said, I didn't just, just go all in, with the IULs, right? You want to be able to build that muscle and work your way up with being able to, do these type of leads. But, for new people coming in, definitely being able to, understand, the simplified issue, the final expense, terms, things of that nature, right? But, you want to be able to, just work yourself up to that level where you can, buy that many leads and do the IUL leads and things of that nature, right? And, being able to utilize your mentors or, uplines and things like that as well. But I did not like jump all in with it. But also I would say, I reach out to the carriers a lot. I'm on the phone with F&G all the time. So really, utilizing the carriers, right? They'll literally sit down with you on the phone and explain to you, how to structure a policy a certain way. So really, just putting it back on the carriers and being able to have them teach you how to do that.
I love it. And then real quick, another question. So you have a CRM and you get 50 leads per week, IUL leads per week. Tell us a little bit about like your ratio, and tell us do you call the leads immediately? Do you let the system do the thing and then you call them? Tell us your system as of what you've got going on.
Yeah. So soon as, obviously soon as I get the lead, right, it comes to our cell phone, it comes to, directly to the CRM. So I have that CRM app on my phone. So let's say for instance, I get a lead during a call or something like that, right? So, my meetings or whatever. So as soon as I get the lead, I'm calling it right away. I don't want to wait on it. I don't want to, a chance for another person to call. So definitely, being able to reach out to that lead right away, rather if it's, text message if you don't have the CRM, but, leaving a voicemail, but definitely, being able to reach out to them immediately and then really just kind of go from there.
And so do you stay on top of all the texting that goes on inside the leads or inside the Lead Center app? Is that kind of how you do it? Or
yeah, I try to. Yeah. I try to. Yeah, I definitely, I will text them. So I will the CRM would send them text messages, right? But I will personally text them from my phone as well, because some of these people have iPhones. So I'll sometimes send them a little voice message. I'll send them, I always send a picture of myself. It's this picture. Let me see. It's this little picture right here that's on the screen. So I will send them a picture of myself of that, my state license. And lately what I've been doing, cause sometimes people they think it's a scam or whatever, but I know for a client that I got a new lead last week, I just put hey John, what's up? And I just put a picture of myself. And so he's kind of well, who the heck is this lady? So they responded, they got on the call. So I figured I'd try something new, right? So they were able, I told them who I was, specialist reaching out in regard to their goal of, you want to create generational wealth or whatever. So just trying to, use different things to get, catch their eye, I guess you would say.
I love that. That was a nugget right there for everybody who's using IUL leads. If you have an iPhone, text them with a voice, send them a picture, send them your license immediately right away. Yes, the system does all the things. The system's going to keep dripping on them for a month. But that blue text coming over from iPhone to iPhone makes a difference. So that was a nugget for everybody. I love it. Well, thank you so much for sharing tonight. And
Daryl had a question there.
Oh, yeah.
What's your schedule look like? Because you do have a full-time job. What she's saying, do you use different time zones to schedule later appointments?
So I work to 9 to 5. So I'm usually able to like dial West Coast leads whenever I get off. But really my schedule is pretty sporadic. So, you know, sometimes I may have meetings like, I don't know, 1 o'clock or 8 o'clock, you know, it varies, right? So really in between those calls, like I'm dialing, I'm always on the Success Lounge 24/7. I'm even doing my work on the Success Lounge, you know, but just really anytime that I have, I'm trying to get it in. So.
Love it.
There we go.
Love it.
All right. Well, thank you. Let's bring on our next guest, Crystalis. What's up, Crystal? How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, good. You've been on fire the last couple of weeks. You've been putting up $25,000, $30,000, $35,000 weeks. So if you can kind of talk to everyone, let everyone know what you're doing, where you came from, and how you're crushing, because things are going crazy for you right now.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I have to admit, I mean, I'd already set out a huge goal for myself for this year prior to conference, and then after conference, I just more or less went off even more. But my background, my background is banking and finance. I worked at a bank for 15 years, and then I was headhunted because of my leadership skills there to work for the government. And so then I became a government contract, did that for just short of 10 years. And my story is real funny, right? So being a government contractor, we all know we went through the pandemic. And during the pandemic, they had a mandate, came out to be vaccinated. I personally chose to not be vaccinated. And because of that, they chose to separate me. They say, you can come back anytime. We would love to have you. But I found it very funny because I never went into an office. I was always at home. So that prompted me to really just jumpstart my FFL business. I've been doing this insurance thing for about 2.5 years. So I'm right there along with Shaq. However, my first year in the business, I did it part-time, just like she did. I worked full-time throughout the day. And then I did appointments in the evening and on weekends. And during this time, we were in the home. So this was right literally at the tail end of being in home, and at the very, very beginning of doing telesales. So I came right in that little bubble right there. So for anybody who's transitioning, that would be me. I was pushed out the nest and forced to make it happen. But my first year in part-time, I did over 6 figures, and I don't even know how I did it. And I was in the home. So for me doing telesales, it just made sense. I said, well, if I can do this face-to-face, then I know I can do it all across the country. So I just really have an aggressive goal for myself. I, like Shaq, I use the CRM as well. And a lot of people I don't even think I've shared this, but I'm certified in customer service. So I have my CME, I'm a Toastmaster, I have my, I'm PMP certified. Like, public speaking has been a part of my life for the past 20 years. So I like to say I'm just nice on the phone. Like, I'm real personable, very friendly. By the time we get off the phone, I don't care if they live in California, I'm in Virginia. They want to invite me, to the family reunion, and I'm just part of the family. So I'm very, very personable with my clients. They'll call me, they'll give me referrals. I don't even have to ask for it. Hey, I got this girl, she's insurance. She's awesome. You need to talk to her, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I got you. I got your back. What we got? What you need? And I let them know straight up, I can help you. I don't care what you are. I can help you. I'm going to find something. We're going to make it happen. And I make it happen. And so because of that, I get a lot of referrals, and it's just really catapulted, right? So, I just really believe in doing over time. I think what happens with a lot of agents and a lot of people in general is that they'll do a little bit, and then they quit. They stop. And there is so much power in not quitting. There is so much power in not stopping. I think that people stop, and when they stop, greatness is literally the next phone call. And I have that fear of missing that phone call, and that person is like, wants to invest, $500,000, or they want to protect 20 people in their family. Like, I have that fear of missing that phone call. So for me, it's about picking up that phone and saying, I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it. You know, it is truly a fear. I don't want to miss. So that's what pushes me. You know, I'm up 8 o'clock in the morning. We do a morning mindset on the Success Lounge, the same lounge that Shaq is on, the same lounge that Shannon is on. She's going to be coming next. We do a morning motivation. I believe in getting your mind right at the very beginning. You know, be very serious, be very adamant about you. You know, I gave you my story. I literally worked for 20 years for someone else and gave them everything. And in a matter of 45 days, they said, oh, thank you. You know, we're good. We don't want you just because I wouldn't get a shot. So let's just think about it. They violated my rights and then turned around and took away my job. So if I can do that for 20 plus years for someone else, I have no problems getting my butt up out of bed and doing what I need to do for me and for my family. And so that's what pushes me. I also buy leads every week. You know, I do the national leads as well. I also work with Depot and his leads. And then, like I said, I do a lot of referrals. So I'm kind of multifaceted. I'm doing like all three things. And sometimes, you know, it's super, super busy. It's kind of funny because I was talking to Depot a couple of days ago and he was like, he asked me for something. I said, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I'm just trying to wash my hair. Like, I don't even have time to wash my hair. Like, I promise you, I'm gonna hit you back. But just trying to stay on top of my schedule, making sure that I following up is very important. But I think for me, it's like the goals. I have a very strong, aggressive goals. I have a strong, aggressive goals for my team. Everybody on my team knows I am really partial to the ladies. I want the ladies to win. I want us to achieve. You know, it has been statistically proven that women kill it in the insurance business. However, all you see is the guys. So I'm happy the ladies are represented tonight. If you are a lady plugged in here, then I think y'all need to stand up and hear us roar because we are fierce. We do lots of things. We're mothers, we're daughters, we're sisters, we're aunts, we're wives, we're doctors, we're lawyers, we're counselors, we're all of these things. And guess what? We're the best insurance agents out there. And I believe that with all my heart. So I live it, I breathe it, I preach it to my team. And I am absolutely 100% unapologetically feel like I am going to be the best chick in the business. And so if it takes my numbers to put it up, then so be it. If it takes Mike for you just to host me on a call, then so be it. Jamie, if it takes me to text you and say, hey, I need help with this person, I just need your help. Cool, I got it. Then so be it. But that's just really how I am. I am that energetic person that just won't quit. And because of that, I just feel like my work ethic, the numbers are finally now reflecting because I refuse to quit.
I love it. Crystal, I got a question. How powerful is it for you to be able to interact with someone like Depot in our group and being able to reach out to him for him to help you? And then you get leads from him too, but just being able to talk to him, how powerful has that been for you?
Oh my God, it's been absolutely phenomenal because when I talk to people, especially our clients, you know, they're like, yeah, you know, it was that guy. Oh yeah, Depot. Hey, that's my business partner. We work in the same office. You know, they're like, what? Really? I'm like, yeah. You know, he's my friend, but we actually work together. We're in the same office. No, we're not in the same office, but as far as I'm concerned, we're in the same office because we're all up here in this virtual space and it's our office. This workspace is our office. So I'm not lying. And he is my friend. That's not a lie. So it's really good because I just make it personal. I think the biggest problem that agents have is that they are too systemic and they are too, they sound too telemarketer-ish, if that's a word, but you know what I mean, right? And so I'm very personable. I'm like, yeah, you know, this is what he does. This is what we do. This is our philosophy with our team. This is our goal. And I'm so happy you called because I'm the person that's going to be able to help you do exactly everything that he told you that we can do. All right, let's get started. Boom. That's it.
Yeah, you know, we've talked about that for a long time about people just being able to reach out. We don't care here who your upline is, who the next, it doesn't matter. This entire agency, we all have the ability to reach out to each other and help each other. I think that we don't have enough people that are doing that. And we have, I think, the best people in this entire company. And I don't think it's going to take very long for FFL National as a whole to be the #1 agency in this entire company. I can see it coming, but I don't think there's enough people doing it. So I'm glad you're doing that. Jamie, any questions for Crystal? Oh,
Yes. Great job. And I freaking love it that you are freaking leading the pathway for the ladies. You know, I'm passionate about that too. And can you just give us, yes, you are personable, right? Some people may not feel as if they're a personable person, right? Maybe they're like, no, I'm not, I don't have that bubbly personality, or I don't, I'm not that, like whimsical about things, you know what I mean? But can you just give us just your intro of when you were calling the IUL leads, kind of just like, what's your quick little intro of what it is that you say, and then people can add their own personality, but what is it that Crystal says with your intro? As soon as you basically get a lead that comes in, what do you say when you call them?
So I said, well, hey, Jamie, this is Crystal. I'm giving you a call on your request that you submitted for cash value life insurance. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely great. Hey, listen, I'm so happy that you reached out to me today. So what has you interested in cash value life insurance?
I saw something about using it for like retirement and things like that.
Man, let me tell you something. I am ready to hit the big R, retirement, but we know that planning is definitely important in that process. And so I'm just so happy to be talking to you today, Jamie, because it's really important that we plan and we execute this very well. Okay. So, but as you know, this is part insurance and part cash growing. So in order for me to make sure that we get you in the right product and that this works out for the retirement the way that you want it to, I'm going to ask you a few health questions, okay? Because insurance is based off of your health and lifestyle risk. So I want to make sure it's a good fit for you, and then we can take it from there. Does that sound fair?
Okay.
And then I go from there.
Love it. Super simple. It was all of about 15 seconds. So I always tell people, like, please, by God, we're not mastering a Broadway play. It was 15 seconds. You made me feel comfortable because we talked about something that we're both connecting on, which is the big R, right? And super smooth, like Jesse just said, not abrasive, not a big deal, part insurance, part growing cash, very easy.
And one
then
of the
boom, you're moving
and
into
one of the things,
business.
yeah, and then one of the things too, Jamie, and I preach this to my team, is that a person's biggest fan is themselves. So you have to say their name. Like, I make sure that I say your name. I'm letting you know I'm engaged with you, and I want you to engage with me. And if I say your name 3 and 4 times at the beginning, I don't care what you're doing, you're going to focus and pay attention to me, because I'm going to pay attention to you based off the answers that you have, and it's going to be a good dialogue. So I grab people by saying their names, and I do my best to be friendly. And I just really, to your question, I just really feel that those people who may not be bubbly or outgoing, I'm just a charismatic person. That's just I came out. Like, I was one of those kids that the parents, my parents always got a note like every year. She's great. She's straight A, but she sure talk a lot, and that was me. And I saw a cute meme probably a few weeks ago that said, raise your hand if you were that person. They got
on the report card.
For talking a lot. And then they said, well, what do you do now? And I said, hey, I get paid to talk. And I'm so proud of it. My mom is probably happy I got written up. But everybody's not like that. And I understand that. So I just think that if you have a really strong script, and as long as you don't sound like you're a robot, you'll be fine. You just have to be personable. And you can even be monotone, hey, Jamie, hey, I'm giving you a call back. You can be a smooth brother, hey, Jamie, I'm giving you a call back regarding the cash value life insurance. You can say my same thing that I said, make it your own. But if you just hit those personal hits along the way, your personality really is not going to matter, because you will be able to engage that person. Because don't forget, I'm customer service certified. So if you know how to hit those key points, anybody with any personality can do it. I think the problem is that we just don't have a script. A lot of agents are really all over the place. But you can ask me, you can wake me up at midnight and say, give me your script. I'm going to say the same thing to you that I just said right now, because I know
the good news is it is on our agent hub. Exactly what you just said is on the agent hub in the simple retirement solutions section. There is a handbook that has the script right in there. So it's there. One other thing that I wanted to point out about Crystal is she has passion. And I think if everybody could get a little bit more passionate about what you do, and Shaq had it too, you need to be passionate about how you are helping these people. You don't have to be charismatic to have passion. You can be passionate about what you do on a daily basis about serving families, give them what they're looking for, and help protect their retirement, their loved ones, whatever it is, with some passion behind it. and things just start to happen and turn out better and better and better. Most of the great salespeople or great top producers here all have the same thing in common. They are passionate about helping and serving people. And you can sense that with both you and Shaq. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Crystal, I have
Thank
one last question. Do you think it's easier to sell a $500 a month IUL than it is a $50 a month final expense policy?
Oh, that's an awesome question. Yes,
I agree with you. I agree 100%. Thank you.
absolutely, all day long.
It's
Yes.
simple. I agree. And that's why I'm glad that the company has gone this direction. We all heard at conference how high the persistency is on these, and it's completely different when someone is saving for retirement, right? They're not going to just cancel because they want to retire. And you're talking about the big R, so they know they got to keep it.
That's right.
All right. Well, let's bring on Felton. Is Felton under you? Is she in your downline?
Yes, she is. She's on my team, and Shaq is my cousin on the team. We're all in the same family.
My goodness. Where's Shannon Felton? I had her listed as Jacob Bruns in my phone, so I was really confused.
She's here.
There she is. I'm glad I got to meet you, Shannon, at conference.
Yes, sir. It was nice meeting you as well.
And Crystal really threw me off when I said, "Is Shannon here?" She said, "Oh, she didn't make it." Then I was real confused with the award and everything. But congratulations, you were rookie. Everyone, this was the rookie of the year for fflallegiance for last year. So congrats again, everyone. There you go.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Shannon, if you can kind of give everyone a little bit about your background, where you came from, and what got you into the business, and what you've been doing lately to put up the numbers you've been putting up.
Sure. I came from a practice company. So Kendall found me in Jack Life Insurance. I had recently gone through a divorce, and I was looking for a way to revive my business because I was one of those ones who was prospecting people cold, begging my family and friends. I had most of them that were my clients because my mom passed away. That was my first death claim. But that came to an end. I had some relatives that I don't speak with anymore because they wouldn't buy insurance from me. So came out of a divorce, and I didn't think I was going to do insurance anymore, if I can be honest. So I was praying to God, like, Lord, what else can I do to draw some circles and sell? Like, it didn't matter what I was selling. I wasn't going back to a job. So I was on Instagram one day, found Prince Donnell, and he was talking about, if you're not making 500,000, something, something, something. And I clicked it, and I was like, leads? Why I never knew about leads? Why am I, begging family and friends to buy life insurance? So I joined that group. And the first month I joined that group, I wrote over 20,000 personal. So I was like, okay, I think this may be something I want to continue to do. And Lord, behold, sometimes things go wrong so you can do right. I met Kendall Clark. Thank God. I want to thank Kendall for reviving my business, because that's what he did. He gave me life. He spoke life back into me after a divorce, after my father passed away. And it took him a while to get me over to FFL because I was so brainwashed from being in the other practice company. I heard bad things about whole life, IULs. We only marketed term life insurance. So it took me a while to pour clean water in a dirty glass, if you will. Right. So he got me in. May was my first month full time in FFL. And then that's all she wrote. So I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. So when you were over at Jack Life and you were using Jack, that was all what, term and whole life, or was it?
It was some term, final expense, whatever they qualify for is the route that I was going, but it wasn't IUL. It was more just, term and final expense.
So when you came over to FFL, you started getting into the IULs. Is it because you saw people like Shaq and Crystal doing IULs? Is they're the ones who kind of—
Not quite. I was still a little skeptical, Mike. So I had to call KG. I was like, yo, we came from the same place. I need you to tell me like what, and if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be selling IELs, but she helped me understand, and she explained what we were being taught over there and why it makes sense over here. And then Crystal helped me, and then Kendall helped me. And then obviously Shaq was killing it. So it all came full circle. And then I was like, all right. So it all worked. And then I called the companies. I asked a lot of questions to make sure the IULs that I replaced in the practice company doesn't happen to the clients that I get over here. So it just took a while for me to understand it because I was so brainwashed and told things that I believed, right? And I was in a bubble And there was nothing else. There was no one else. So that's what helped me. And then, everybody was killing. And I was like, all right, I need to jump on board with this.
And you're using the CRM as well, right?
I am. I'm
And then
using this partner with Depot. So I'm blessed to be a partner with Depot as well.
Isn't it amazing that you reach out to KG, you reach out to Depot, Crystal says she reaches out to Depot, like everyone on this entire team, whether they're in your hierarchy or not, everyone is willing to help. And I think the more people that do that, the quicker we can grow.
Absolutely.
Our entire team does that. Jamie, what questions do you have for Shannon?
I don't know why it's so hard for me to find this mute button on here every time. Well, Shannon, again, great job. I know, like, it's not always easy when you're trying to, like, I feel like it's like when we went from mortgage in home and then we went to final expense and then we do like, it's not easy to make a shift and a change, right? Change is difficult. Nobody likes to change, but if we don't start to change, we are going to get left behind, right? And so that's kind of, and everybody has, you probably heard the same thing from Kendall, from KG. Everybody probably said the same thing, but sometimes somebody says it and it's all of a sudden you hear it right. Right. And so you have to find where, that's what I like about this. If you don't know something, you have to seek it out. Like, no one is sitting around saying, well, Shannon probably doesn't know that, so we better call her and tell her. No, you didn't know, so you called people who could give you the information in the tone, in the dialect, in the vocabulary of which you can understand, and you can make a move and make a decision for your family to get moving. Absolutely. No one is coming to knock on your door to find out if you're working today. That's not like it's, so I love what you were saying about that. And so let's kind of like piggyback on what we were just talking about with Shaq and obviously with Crystal. Tell us a little bit about like your system and what works for you. So as soon as a lead hits, obviously they're getting the text messages with all the systems that we have in place with the CRM, but do you call the lead immediately? Tell us kind of what, how you work the leads.
I do call the leads immediately, but I'm gonna be very transparent and honest. I am not like Shaq and Crystal. I am a A-type personality. I'm like an octopus. I'm all over the place. I'm just being honest. I am failing forward and I am learning the system. And there's so many moving parts. Before I was dealing with one product, one company, one underwriting, right? So I'm over here. I'm like, ooh. So I'm literally still learning. However, I am failing forward. And I have Kendall in my ear. I have Crystal in my ear. Shaq and I talk, she's in my ear. So I have all these great people. I can call KG. I was talking to Kali at the top 50. So all of these leaders, and I feel like when you put a winner in a winner's environment, the winner is going to win. So I am not like them. However, I am learning. And it's just what you said, right? If I don't change, nothing is going to change for me. So I am getting better in those areas, but I do call the leads or I text them if I cannot call right then and there. And I do send a text message. Sometimes I even FaceTime. I had a guy yesterday. I was dialing with a couple of my teammates and he didn't believe me. He thought I was a scam. I literally hit FaceTime in the middle of the call. Boop, FaceTime. And he was like, oh, it is you, right? And he answered the phone and we talked or what have you. So, but I do call the lead and I just do different things in order to get them to understand, who I am. I sent a digital business card that I copied off of Crystal. Thank you, Crystal Clark. I appreciate you. I copied that off of Crystal, so I send that as well. But I do reach out to them as soon as possible.
That was a nugget right there. Get rid of the damn droids. Right? You can't FaceTime on a damn droid. You can't send people messages on planes either that have droids. I get so mad when I'm trying to text an agent. They got a damn droid.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, man, they gotta get rid of them damn phones.
Yeah.
Great job. Dom, you got anything for the women?
No, I just making fun of the droid stuff, but I love everything y'all just hit on today. This is one that we're gonna go back and listen to. Congratulations to all three of you guys. Crystal, I remember when you first started, and you were doing that transition. I came out there to I was in Virginia somewhere. In the hell was I?
Hampton,
but we was in Virginia, and and you just started going, and it was like, what should I do? I want to recruit, but you know what I mean? And it was like, but I love the way that you've created what you wanted. You've created everything that was 2 years ago. That was kind of like, I wonder if I could build it this way. I wonder if I could build it with people like this, right? And you were like, because you were looking at other teams and other people like, Nothing wrong with that, but I don't know if that's for me. Makes sense. And I love this business. And if anybody's on this right now thinking of like, I like everything that's going on, but I want to take it to another level. I want to take it somewhere else. There's a ton of different examples here that within Family First Life, dude, you're a hell of an entrepreneur. Does that make sense? And I think that that is a beautiful place to be, to where it's like every organization is not doing the exact same things, but if you can take little pieces and make it your own, man, and within 2 years, you can be doing big things, 100 plus, 200 plus $1,000 paid, helping agents do 20, 30,000, part-timers doing 20. That's insane. Do you know what I mean? Like, but that's what this opportunity is about. You guys came from a place to where it was nothing but part-timers. And then you come over here and it's like, everybody's full-time? That's kind of weird. Makes sense? And I think you guys are really bridging the gap between, you don't have to be full-time, but if you are part-time, this is how it's going to have to work. Makes sense? So I learned a lot from you ladies, and congratulations. Keep teaching us. This is great.
For all of you on this call, look at this. All three of these ladies are in Kendall Clark's hierarchy. So, right, that when Sean says you can either have a big business or have an ego, you can't have them both. That goes right there, because they all talked about reaching out to Depot. So all of you guys that want to hire, you don't have to be all things, all people. Kendall just sits back and says, all right, yeah, go ahead and talk to Depot and get whatever you need. But everyone on this team is willing to do that for anyone. So I know a lot of people are afraid to recruit. They don't want to hire because they say, how am I going to be able to help that person? I don't know everything. You don't need to. There's a ton of people on this call that can help you. You don't have to be all things, all people. So if you come in here and you think you got to do that, you don't need to. You know, they'll talk about reaching out to other people in the team. So that's phenomenal. Any one of you ladies want to close us out? What nugget can you give to all the new people? We had 194 people on this call tonight. Anything, maybe let's each one of you give one nugget for the new people on this call, what they need to go out and do what you guys are doing.
Oh, I'll go. I'm just simple. You just can't be scared to make money. You just got to be able to bet on yourself. I'm huge on that. I'm not afraid to bet on myself, and yeah, just don't be scared. They're just regular people just like us at the end of the day.
What about those people, Shaq, that say they feel like they need to know everything and make it so confusing, where you make it, you're the easiest trainer in the world. I think everyone should just start hearing you train, because it'd be like 5 minutes every week.
Yeah, just keep it simple. It's just keep it simple. So that's it. Yeah, just keep it simple.
Thank you. Crystal.
You know, my mother taught me something.
Crystal, is your real name Crystalis?
It's a long story behind that.
Okay,
no,
never mind.
my birth name is Crystal.
Okay, Crystalis. Okay. What nugget can you give?
Yeah. No, my mother taught me something a long time ago. She said, fear is faith in the enemy. And so I just want to tell everybody, don't be fearful. Kind of just basically a nugget for Shaq. You know, don't be afraid to be successful. They built Maybachs, Bentleys, jets, yachts for somebody, and it was for you. You know, just because you see the rich and wealthy do things, it does not mean that's out of reach for you. We have just as many skills, if not better skills, than they do. And, you know, I believe that wholeheartedly. Thank you, Dom. I remember meeting Dom at the beginning. I was excited and eager and ready, but I knew I had the skills inside. I just need to figure out in this arena. And so it's okay if you're transitioning. It's okay if you've been here for a long time. Just don't give the enemy your fear. You have that faith in yourself to know that you can do absolutely every single thing that God put you on earth to do. Just got to put a little work behind it. We work. The three of us ladies, we work hard, and we also vibe off of each other. Get yourself an accountability partner, not a complaint partner. I don't need that. That's what my girlfriends are for, right? I complain to them. But I have an accountability partner who holds me accountable and holds me to a higher level of the law. Kendall comes down on me. He talks to me. He's like, no, this is what you're going to do. This is what I know you can do. Stop crying. Stop fussing. Stop doing this. So make sure your accountability partner is not your workout girlfriend partner or your homeboy. You know, that is so crucial. Make sure that you are, you need to complain up and praise down. So that is the key to this business. I do it with my team. I don't complain down. I complain up, and then I compliment down. So I know I gave y'all 3, but hey, those are the 3 things that are close to me. So
Thank you. Shannon.
Sometimes things go wrong so they can go right. And I believe everything is mental, right? I think everything starts with the 6 inches between your ears, how you do this business, how you live your life. And sometimes you won't be motivated, but if you practice discipline, get better with discipline every day, that'll help because motivation fades. But discipline, even when you're not motivated, that'll help you, have a good day, have a good moment, have a good hour. But because you're disciplined on every hour, right, you can have a good week, then you can have a good month, then you can have a good year, then you can have a good years. So I think it starts with discipline because motivation fades.
I love it. Thank you, guys. One announcement too, just so you guys know, Jamie and I, we interviewed a company. It's now a manager and 2 support people that are inside. For those of you that have the CRM, it'll probably take them a few days to catch up, but we're bringing in the support people that it needs to make sure that that thing is taken care of, so we can continue to make enhancements and make the CRM the best CRM in this entire company, so we can absolutely blow up 2024. So everyone, let's make it a great week, a great month, and let's absolutely kill 2024. See you guys next week.